Yeah, hi there, this is tuxocher.com again. Welcome on my video channel. If I hold up this box here, you probably know right away what the topic about this video is. I don't want to do an unboxing, I just show you the help screen, because I guess you already know what's in the box, and that is, besides the MacBook Pro itself, the 70 watts charging plug, and of course MagSafe USB-C charging cable. After my MacBook Air was now a little bit over 3 years old, the desire came up to make an upgrade or get an improvement here. This improvement could practically only be ordered by a MacBook Pro, but just the question which one. In any case, it should be a 14-inch model, because I naturally want to be mobile with the laptop, and because 16 inches are too heavy and too big for that reason. Now there is a MacBook Pro with the M4 processor in different variants, but Apple has in any case increased the minimum memory here to 16 gigabytes, which is quite nice. The other question was, although I always managed to get around with the 256 gigabyte in the MacBook Air with the help of external SSDs, of course, whether I do not actually reach for a variant with the 512 gigabyte SSD in the MacBook. The MacBook Pro 14-inch with the M4 Pro processor was finally shortlisted with the 512 gigabyte SSD and 24 gigabyte of memory. At the time of the purchase, Apple itself offered this variant of the MacBook Pro for around 2,400 euros, but different dealers here in Europe, including Amazon, offered the same model for 2,000 euros, which is quite a difference. Since I already have seen a couple of videos on this topic, I opted for the silver version instead of the black space variant, despite the side additional price of almost 30 euros, because the later one is supposed to be relatively sensitive to fingerprints. Now I'm going to show you the setup, or better say the migration of the new MacBook Pro, transferring all the data and programs from the MacBook Air to the MacBook Pro. This actually ran pretty smoothly, although at the beginning, since the transmission is only done via Wi-Fi, a time duration of 4 hours and 45 minutes was displayed. But in the end, the migration took 1 hour 20, 1 hour 25 minutes, so that is pretty okay. Let's talk a little bit about build quality. The build quality, and that you notice at the first use, is pretty high. However, just as far as the keyboard and the trackpad is concerned, it is still a good bit better than, for example, the MacBook Air. The trackpad of the MacBook Air is also much better, and the keyboard has much more pressure pound or responsive, at least to me, than compared to the keyboard of the MacBook Air. The keyboard in the MacBook Pro obviously have a different type of coating or complete different materials. So according to my first observation, fingerprints have less chances to keep on the keyboard. Of course, the MacBook Pro is a lot heavier, but this is probably due to the fact that there is a larger battery installed here. The display is a little bit bigger, and in contrast to the MacBook Air, the MacBook Pro also has more ports built in. I've already used this USB-C hub from Call Digit, which has USB USB-C and A ports, and of course on the other side an HDMI and display port, and of course an SD card reader for this purpose, because the MacBook Air only had 2 ports. I also made a video about this call digit, so I will link it here in the video description here in the section. But compared to the MacBook Pro, you probably don't need this dock, because all ports are practically built into the MacBook Pro, because the MacBook has 3 USB-C or Thunderbolt ports, and in addition there is an HDMI port and an SD card reader built in, so I probably will need the USB hub never again. So even if the MacBook Pro is not charged via the MagSafe port, there are still 2 USB-C ports left, which I can connect SSD drives or NVMe drives to, so that is more than enough. I didn't want to do any performance test. If you want to look for that, there are a couple of videos out there on YouTube which do benchmarking, but I just, of course, wanted to know where the M4 MacBook Pro is in terms of performance. So therefore, I ran a video on the MacBook Pro in DaVinci Resolve, namely the DaVinci YouTube video with a length of 12 minutes and 4 seconds. I will place a link in the video description too. This video was exported from the MacBook Pro in 6 minutes, which is pretty good. For comparison, I have exported the same video under same condition on my desktop PC here behind me with Windows 11 and an i7-14700 processor. The desktop PC was a little bit faster, namely 4 minutes and 36 seconds. That is about 25% faster, okay, but we have to consider with the MacBook Pro, we're still talking about a laptop, a mobile device, so that is pretty remarkable. After that, I exported 319 time-lapse shots taken with a Lumix G9 to full-size JPEG. The i7-14700 needed 44 seconds for this, while the MacBook Pro needed at least 1 minute and 40 seconds for the same amount of files. So that difference is a little bit bigger if you consider the result in the video exporting. So I might have to take a closer look on this one. But the performance in any case is more than sufficient in both cases. I'm more than impressed with the MacBook Pro, both in terms of build quality and, of course, of performance. I'm also convinced that I sort of bought the right MacBook, namely with the slightly stronger M4 Pro chip and with the 24 GB of RAMs. As always, of course, the extra charge for both RAM and possibly the SSD is a annoying thing and very expensive if you order that on Apple. While I'm certainly sufficiently served with a 512 GB SSD, of course I do everything on external drive, I could have imagined that MacBook with the option of a 48 GB RAMs to buy, but with an additional cost of 600 to 700 euros, that wasn't too much. That was too much for my normal use case. This was my first impressions about the MacBook Pro, and I will certainly make another video with experiences from a slightly longer period of time in usage. If you have any questions to this, you might as well place them in the comments here on the YouTube or in the corresponding blog post. And if this video was a little bit helpful to you, you might consider placing a like on the video. And I surely would appreciate if you subscribe my channel, but then don't forget to hit the bell so you get a notification every time I upload a new video. Okay, that was my little video about upgrading from the MacBook Air to the MacBook Pro. And all I have to say is till the next time, ciao, tux Oche.